Some people say about a doomsday car. Some people say about a worst car in the world. Let's find out what we're talking about. The reason why I say it's a doomsday car is because this car has no engine oil, has no coolant, no radiator, no hoses, runs on any type of gas, propane. I even seen run on moonshine. On the front of us we have Trabant 601, or should we say in translation drum car. VW was famous about his Beetle car designed by Porsche. This was the answer by Audi on people's car when it comes to small engine cars. So basically these cars were produced from 1957 until 1991 in East Germany. And what features this car, it's actually removable body panels made from Duroplast. Let's say today's fiberglass. So when it comes to old cars, working on them is basically a piece of cake. On new cars, in order to remove front grille, it would take you about an hour or so. When it comes to this car, I already took one off. Second one, you just basically have to unscrew this bolt and the whole front comes out. Easy as that. This is how you're going to be working on them at that time. So now let's get back to how you drive this car. This car has about 66,000 kilometers, or should I say about 30,000 miles. This is your shift knob for changing gears. So basically this was your neutral. First gear was all the way up, all the way towards the steering column and down. Second one was up. Third one is pulling towards you and down, and fourth is up again. When it comes to heating and cooling, like I told you, these are two buttons that regulate those flaps. So if you want to cool or hot air, so basically this engine is a two-stroke, two-cylinder engine. It was producing around 26 horsepower, 19 kilowatts at that time, and the whole car weighs around 600 kilograms. It took about 21 seconds to accelerate from 0 to top speed of 100 kilometers per hour. Trust me, this car is way far from that. Engine produced very smoky exhaust, and I'll show you later on what I'm talking about. In East Germany, getting a Trabant was such a challenge that people often had to wait a year after placing an order. It became a symbol of the shortage in former Germany. With the top speed around 62 miles per hour, the Trabant was often outplaced by bicycles, leading to jokes how you could get a better workout pedaling than driving. Okay, let's start talking about some funny facts about this car. This car does not have engine oil sitting in the oil. In fact, you have to combine 3% of the oil into the gasoline petrol in order to have oil into the car. Funny fact that this is your heater coming from the exhaust that turns your heater inside the car. This is the tank. It holds up to about 20 liters of gas. Okay, since engine doesn't have any oil, ignition is the next thing you want to check. These two are ignition coils. They all run separately to each cylinder. As you can see, Imagine that time there was a cloth over it as basically a shield. This is your air intake. I'll show you air filter how it looks like, and rest of it, basically everything is the same as is from the other cars. Sleigh, master cylinder, etc, etc, etc. As we start working on it, I'll show you little funny quirks about this car. Okay, when it comes to inside the car, here it is. You can see it's been sitting for a while. There's a web all over the car, but yeah, I bought it without the seats and back seats, but I already got those. I found them on the internet, and I gave it to my buddy so he can upholster it. And definitely I'm going to be switching everything. You can see old, dried out. I already got new ones coming up, so yeah, it's going to be a fun project. Stay tuned. So now we're going to try to remove the gas tank and clean up the spark plugs, new filter, and oil you don't have to change, you know what I mean? I already loosened everything up so I can show you easier how easy it is to replace a gas tank on an old car and a new car. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this filter. Whoa. Look at that. We're gonna put that aside. And we're gonna try to tackle that. And basically in 2 seconds we have air filter. Everything's gonna be painted, that's why I'm taking everything off. I want everything matte black, and this is gonna be probably matte black too, so stay tuned to find out. Now since I took everything off, you can kind of get better look at that small little 2-stroke engine. This is the shaft that is changing the gears, going all the way to the transmission. Transmission is, I would say, big as my hand. Can you believe that? And one carburetor, and this is the vent for cooling that engine while driving. So there it is, rusty old gas tank and a filter. We're gonna try to make it look pretty again. I'm just sitting right here and keep admiring how easy it used to be working on these cars. There's a bunch of space everywhere. You can put your hands everywhere. And today, you can't even find no wires under the hood. So yeah. So before I take this off, I want to show you a little funny trick. It's basically a flap. On this side, you lift up and the dry air comes out. And if you want a hot air, there's a second one. So cold air and a hot air. That's how it used to be. So it's time for prepping and sanding the panels. Now you can see every rust spots there is on the car and what has to be done. After that, we're gonna coat it so it doesn't rust anymore, but yeah, it has to be fixed on some spots. On this side it doesn't look that bad, but it does actually have some spots like on the other side, so it has to be fixed too. But yeah, it's for 40 years, it's pretty good. Now you can check out a better view of the quarter panels that has to be done, as well as all the rust spots around the car. Now we took all the body panels off the car, so it's easier for us to work on and protect the bottom so it doesn't rust anymore. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And in the next video, we're going to be tackling all those spots as well as choosing a paint job on this car.